Hi, I'm Freddy from Nugen Audio, and today I'm talking about MasterCheck. MasterCheck is a plugin which allows you to hear how your track is going to sound on streaming services before you submit it to those services. So if you've got a track which is going to be on Spotify, YouTube, SoundCloud and so on, you can use this to make sure that you don't get any nasty surprises when playing your tracks back at a later date. So the first thing that we can do is check how the loudness normalization of a given platform is going to affect a track. So I'm looking at Spotify right now. Let's hear the track as is. So at the moment that's measuring at just under -10 LUFS. Spotify plays that at -14, so if I hit offset to match, then it's going to play my track around about the level that Spotify will play it at. So although MasterCheck doesn't mean I can change anything about that loudness playback, it does mean that I can get an idea of whether I'm happy with any changes that might make to the dynamics. So for example, I might decide to master a little bit quieter in order to maintain more headroom, or you can just decide to leave it exactly as it is if you're happy with the changes that makes. Next, I'm going to look at the encoding process and how that might affect my track. This doesn't mean that you have a solution to it, but it allows you to make informed decisions about your mix. So you'll often find that the encoding process affects mostly the high frequencies, so sometimes, particularly the mobile codec in Spotify, might make the hi-hat sound a little bit strange. So this allows you to make informed decisions so that maybe you can adjust the kind of frequency emphasis of that element, or whether you maybe just want to turn it up or down, EQ it differently, reduce the amount of distortion or saturation on an element. Or again, if you're happy, then you can leave it as is. So if I hit monitor, then I can hear how each of these codecs are going to affect my track. Let's hear mobile first of all. And then desktop. And then premium. Now thankfully, streaming technology tends to be good enough that you might not be able to hear a significant difference between those. However, if you click the delta button in the middle, then you can hear which audio isn't getting through the codec. And eventually, once you've used MasterCheck quite a lot, you'll find that you can train your ear to hear these frequencies when they're missing, and then again, make informed decisions. So I'll play through each of those 3 codecs again, this time with the delta function enabled, so you can just hear which audio isn't getting through. So starting off with the mobile codec, here we go. And then desktop. And then premium. You'll notice that as I cycle through those, it's getting less and less each time. So premium, there's barely anything happening to the audio. Mobile, there's quite a lot. Again, it's up to you to make informed decisions about that, but it does allow you to kind of hear what's going to happen and what kind of sacrifices you might have to make, and then whether you want to adjust the mix or the master in order to accommodate that. So that's MasterCheck. If you have any questions about this, then please contact your Sweetwater sales engineer. Thanks.